E3 2012. I'm here with Dominic from LucasArts.
Hi there.
Hey, we were just in a spaceship. Thanks for that.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, look around. We were just in a spaceship for the demo of Star Wars 13. It looks like we have blast doors, which are cool, so keeping it safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the whole thing was the brainchild of this great guy we have on team called Hez, and it's turned out really well.
It's brilliant. I mean, must have taken a while to make this. It's awesome.
I don't know how they pulled it together in time, frankly.
They had to happen. So the reason why we were in the spaceship because we were going down into the ground because this game takes place down way far down 13th level.
Right. So Coruscant's made up of over 5,000 levels, and 1313 is a level right down near the bottom, near the core of the planet.
It's pretty hot then, right?
Well, it's pretty seedy and dirty down there. I don't know how hot it is because there's still like 1,000 levels to the core from where you are. So it starts at the core at number 1 and then goes all the way up to the surface.
And you play a bounty hunter, as we saw, or like kind of a scrappy little bounty hunter wannabe maybe.
Right.
Can I be Boba Fett? That's the question. First question.
It's a great question. Yeah, no, we're not quite ready to talk about who you're actually going to be.
Okay. Oh, I meant like kind of, is there going to be like a level progression, that kind of idea? Like I can change my character.
So you won't be able to change your character, but as you go through the game, you're going to get more and more of these bounty hunter weapons that will have unique purposes and gadgets that you can get. And then as you kind of expand this tool chest that you have, the gameplay will kind of change with that.
So the personalization will become from the weapons or the things that I get. Awesome. So I love that there's no quick time. Thank you for that.
Yeah. It's really weird, isn't it? I mean, I love QuickTime events when they first came out, and I remember Shenmue, and it was awesome at the time. Yeah, exactly. But they're such a classic symptom of that tension between cutscenes and gameplay. You want to involve the player in those dramatic cinematic moments, but if you have to stop the player to teach them something different or a different type of interaction, then I feel like you kind of lose them at that point.
Definitely. And I love the immersion that you're doing motion capture too. It seems like you had a lot more motion capture than I was even expecting.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when we were kind of breaking down the game into its component parts and trying to find where the right places to collaborate were, we were talking with the RLM guys, and we had this great guy, Mike Kopawas, come down, and he came off the Avengers, and he'd just been working on the Hulk, and he was telling us what their technology was and how they can do a complete total performance capture, face, body, voice, all in one go, and they were describing how it works, and we were like, well, it'd be great to get that in game. And so it kind of worked out really well. Yeah,
it did. Those characters look like super realistic. So I'm excited. Motion capture, the personalization, becoming a bounty hunter, all of this sounds great. The last thing I want to allude to is you were saying there's no Jedis, no Force, so no point in the game will I encounter any of that kind of stuff, you think?
No, this is a very different corner of Star Wars, and it's one of those things that's been alluded to. You've seen it in places like the Cantina in Episode 4, and they've alluded to in Clone Wars and things like that. But this is the first time you're actually going to get to go down there and spend some quality time down there.
See, I love it. And I was telling you before this, like, I love the idea of like having a different angle of the Star Wars universe, but still feeling like it's the Star Wars universe.
Absolutely. Well, that's the thing. It's always been there, and it's still part of Star Wars, and it has to feel like that. And so we're really careful to keep that kind of DNA present all the time.
Right. Yeah. And so no Yoda then, right?
No.
Just kidding. Hey, thanks for your time, Dominic.
Right, lovely to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. And back to the stage.